Hi, my name is Signe Ronka and I'm the founder of Flexafit. Today what I'm going to do is show you a small tutorial about the Plan Skate Track book. So this book, we have a bunch of sections that the skaters can use to track their on-ice, off-ice nutrition progress. So we start with the table of contents. We're going to go through periodized planning, setting smart goals, tracking your on-ice skating success, off-ice fitness tracking, and nutrition planning. So each of these sections are divided into colored areas. First one is the periodized planning section, where you will be given an explanation of how to do your personalized planning goal with your coach. So once you read through all of the material, you and your coach can go through a yearly plan that you build out together with your parents and coaches, and then it gives you a template where you can do it yourself. So what you do is you would put in the key competitions for the season, and then in the calendar mark down every single competition or test day that you plan to do. Following that, you have a section where you can add extra notes for any additional goals or plans that you have for the season. The next section we go through is setting SMART goals. So SMART goals are basically just an explanation of specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. So in this section, it gives you a description of what it is exactly and how you can make a SMART goal. And then you will be given an area and templates where you can enter all of your goals for the season. So here you will do specific goal setting where you write down your main goal, and then you're going to write progressions to get what you want out of that goal, with a time frame and 3 months to accomplish it. Following in the next section, we're going to track your on-ice skating success. This is my favorite section. So here we're going to go through a couple things. You can do jump consistency. So you enter the jump name and then you write the date, and this is for a week. So you and your coach, or you can do it by yourself, can track how many out of 10 or 5 you landed, and make sure that you are staying true to yourself, because ultimately you're just trying to perform for yourself. Finally, we get to another section here. We go into speed and spins. So you're going to write down any spin, doesn't matter if you're doing a back spin, you're learning your combination spins, you're learning your level 4 spins. You can write down the exact spin you're doing, the date, how many revolutions you did, and the time. Then in the next part of on-ice skating, we're going to go into edges and turns. So in this section, edges and turns, you and your coach will write down all the turns that you've learned and the turns that you need to work on. And then you're going to check off each day that you did them. And you can share this with your coach to show them that you're actually doing your exercises. Then we get into my choreography. So here it's a nice little part where you can draw out a map of your choreography, write down your program elements so that you and your choreographer can work together, and then your coach can see what the layout should look like for the short and long program. Then we have a section called solo consistency. Now this I used to do myself when I skated. So basically what you do is you write down the elements in your solo, and your coach or yourself or a friend, doesn't matter who, can write down your grade of execution, so +3, -3, 0, all of that kind of stuff, with some notes if you want to add some notes. If you have a downgraded jump, writing in that kind of stuff as well. And each day you can track your progress. So once again, each page is for a week, and you'll get multiple templates where you can do that. So if your program ever changes during those 3 months, you can just simply write down the new program elements as you go and go through that and look back at how well you've done over the past couple of months. Then we move into competition results. So here you would write down competitions you go to, what place you came in. If you have your technical and program component scores, you can write those in as well. If not, don't worry about it, just leave it blank, and your total score as well. So over the season you can see which competition was your personal best and which ones you could improve on going forward. If you're doing any testing this season, you can write down the tests. This also helps for coaches, because sometimes we forget what test you've passed, so it's a great way to see, okay, I've passed this test, now which test are we working on going forward. And then in the back I give you a couple pages where you can write notes from your coach, whatever those may be, for jumps or spins or whatever else that you need to think about with the date at the top. After this section, we go into tracking your fitness. So once you get into here, we're going to start by writing in your weekly schedule. So skating, fitness, and other. So other just means if you play soccer or do ballet or other kind of sports or activities, you write in those times. So this ultimately tells you when you should be focusing on your fitness training, because you don't want to do 6 hours of on ice and then you have 2 hours of different off ice and then do a fitness workout. You want to spread out your workouts throughout the week, getting in at least 3-4 workouts if you can, up to 5 workouts a week if you're a little more advanced. Then here you actually get the tracker. So you get 3 days a week for 3 months of templates, and what you'll do is with your trainer or whoever or by yourself, you write in the exercise that you're doing, and then you're going to write in the equipment you use or the weights, the repetitions or time, and your rest cycles and how many total sets you've done. Then you can have a section where you write in your cardio, what you've done that day if you've done cardio, and flexibility training. Now at the end of the session, it's important to write down how you felt after you finished. So whether you were very tired, you felt good, or energetic, because then you and your coach can look at, on this day I had this amount of hours of training, I felt really great after my workout, that's a great day to do a workout at the end. If you felt really, really tired at the end of the workout and you consistently feel tired on certain days after the workout, maybe it's not a great day to do the workout and you can switch it up. So you'll have a bunch of templates for that. And then we get into the cool down. Cool down is very important after you skate or after your workout. Get your stretches in. So here it gives you an explanation of what kind of cool down exercise you could do. And then here you can write in your 1 to 12 exercises that you want to do for cool down. Now I also forgot to mention there's a section for warm up in the beginning where you write down your warm up exercises that stay consistent throughout the season. So then we get into nutrition, and nutrition is just a simple way of planning out how you feel, which kind of foods you eat are good, which ones make you feel a little bit tired. So you and your coach or your parents can go through this little exercise. So usually you write down kind of what you eat for 1 week or 2 weeks, and then at the end of that time you look at it and you see, okay, these kind of foods made me feel really energetic, or was I feeling hungry in the middle of the day? I need to add in a little snack. Those are the kind of things you want to look for when you're doing your nutrition planning. Then after that, same idea, you're going to circle if you felt low, medium, or high energy, which just means that, after a long day of skating and training, did you get enough nutrition, fuel to keep you going throughout the day? It's also important to track your sleep, because sleep actually is proven to lead to injuries if you don't have enough sleep during the day or during the night. What you want to do is write down what time you went to bed, what time you woke up, and how many total hours of sleep you had. So that way, when you track the next day, you can see, okay, I felt pretty good this day, but I didn't get a lot of sleep the next day, and I felt actually pretty tired after. And you can track it based on your workouts and your food that you've eaten, and go back and forth and see, okay, how do these compare on days that I didn't get enough sleep? Was I feeling less energetic? And then another useful tool for the nutrition planning is like, what do I eat before I compete? So the idea here is, after you've done a bunch of exercises where you've planned your nutrition, what you'll take is using your high ratings. So for example, if you check out the days that you had really good mood and energy on those days, you're going to take those kind of foods and you're going to put them in on days where you're competing. So here you basically write in the competition name, the time of the competition, what you're going to plan to eat during the day to help you feel good for that competition, how much water you've drank, how much sleep you got, and then at the end of the competition, it would be nice to put in how you actually did at the competition. So not my best, good, or was your personal best, so that you can see, okay, maybe this day wasn't ideal for the competition. Maybe you can switch up the foods for the next competition to see if that gives you a lot more energy. And that's about it. I hope you have a great time planning your season, guys.